Ooh.
Oh man,
All
that
right,
sounds delicious.
we are live.
Maybe a little.
I believe I'm checking volumes. We're looking okay. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to episode, what is this? 25? Yeah,
25.
I just typed it in too, and I should remember for our title. Episode 25 of the Link Cable Podcast. We're back yet again. 2
Woohoo.
weeks after our great Halloween episode. We are short our...
Fantastic.
Oh, you know what? I didn't change the name, so under Mike, his name still says Alex, so I got to fix that. We're short one
You sure
Alex, but
didn't.
we've gained a Mike, so we're almost back to everybody here. We're slowly
We're
gonna...
down an illustrious leader.
As I close and open everybody, where the heck is this? Let's see. One of these guys is named is... There it is. My naming convention's all really bad for these. I wish I could show everybody the behind the scenes of what I do, and you'd understand going, oh, you know what? This is a
I
little
definitely
crazy.
understand it.
Okay.
I understand. I do streaming. I
I
understand.
do
it.
We all
not.
have names. We all have names now. So yeah, we got a lot going on this week. It was
Big
funny
week,
because
big.
big. This is probably actually the
I think
biggest. What's that, Zai?
this is probably the biggest week. Congratulations, everyone. We are in officially the dawn of a new console generation. We
Yeah.
are in the new era, people.
And I can
You know?
I can verify that it's a mess so far. It's a very confusing, interesting time. We got new consoles that
It
look
is.
like small routers and refrigerators, and they are a mess
New
to
games
use.
that don't play.
We've got games that don't play. We got games that are being delayed again. So let's get into it.
Again.
I guess first thing, oops, is I adjust my mic before it falls down on the table. Let's just talk about what we've been doing the last week or so. Mike, you've been gone the longest. Fill us in your gaming life. What's going on over there?
Well, I'm gonna not lie to you. I don't remember what's been going on since I've been on here last, but I could tell you this past week.
Okay. We'll work with
So
that.
I'm gonna cut it into part 1 and part 2. So we got pre next gen and then post next gen. So
Okay.
pre next gen.
Nice.
I've been getting back into Pokemon trading cards, man, and I've been playing the online TCG game. TCG.
Online
So
TCG Pokemon game?
yeah, dude, so it's actually been a lot of fun, and I've actually been trying to buy. I don't know. Gary V got me all hooked into the investment side of it.
Wait,
so
what?
I've been
Gary V is convincing you to play Pokemon.
invest into Pokemon cards. Not only that, but sports cards, dude. It's been a craze lately. It's funny. Kylie put
Like
this
real
video-
paper cards or online?
I see you
Let's
open
do
it,
this.
And you're looking at like new cards. Right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Yeah, this is Sword and Shield. Like, yep.
Ah, cool.
Wow.
Real.
do-
I
are
don't
you
think I've
battling
seen
with them? 'Cause
legit
if you're
Pokemon
battling, then I'm
cards.
interested because I'm a big fan of battling with them. But if you're just playing
Well,
with them and putting
so-
them in like a book, that's not fun.
So I
Collector.
once I get enough packs and enough stuff going, yeah, I have a couple buddies who are doing it now with me, so we'll probably play physically. But right now, I'm doing the online because every time you buy a pack, you can score a code for that same pack online. So
What?
you can play. Yeah, so it's you start a collection through online as well. Like it's not just some BS. So I've been doing that, but yeah, my physical collection is not that strong just yet. But once that grows, definitely I have some buddies. But yeah, bro, it's been a
Wow.
stupid craze. And a lot of people are paying big money for it. So I'm actually waiting for my dad to send me some of my old base set stuff, some of those first edition, 151. I have over
The
$1,200 worth of cards, and I'm telling you right now, they're nothing cards. Like Kabutops and like a Hypno that are first edition. These aren't even like top shelf like your Blastoise and Mewtwo first editions and stuff. Stupid money is going into this.
I have so
it's-
many of those, like so many of them.
You need to go check. You need to pull them out. You need to find which ones are not even first edition, but base set and first edition ones, and see which ones are shiny. If you have a Charizard, that's the money shot, obviously. But I mean, dude, thousands of dollars. Thousands
Like just a
of
regular
dollars.
Charizard, those are selling for money.
A regular here. Let me pull it up for you just for a
A
reference.
regular
So
holographic
Charizard
Charizard.
base set.
You know,
so Charizard base. I'm gonna do PSA 9 because that's graded 9. It's not a 10.
Okay.
A PSA 9 right now is on eBay for. Okay, so this is a PSA 8 near mint, and it's not even a first edition. In fact, this is a second base set, $2,000.
What? No.
What?
Yep.
Where are you seeing this?
eBay, that's where they're going
What?
for right now. $19.99. This is a base set, non-first edition. Again, a near mint PSA 8 is going for $3,000.
Wow, I'm looking
There
at
has been
a holographic
some-
Blastoise on eBay is a current bid is $76.
Yep.
I have
So
this
here's-
card. This is $100.
So here's
22
on,
bids.
uh,
What?
so here we go. Here is one. Let this sink in on StockX.com, which kind of keeps track of like the aftermarket and stuff. A 1999 first edition Shadowless Charizard with a PSA grade 6 is being sold for $35,000.
What the heck, Mike?
This
Wait,
is
I'm sorry. What's a PSA?
PSA is one of the grading systems. So PSA is a company that grades your cards, and it's at a scale out of 10. So 6 is basically a step above average.
In terms of like quality of the card, or
Well, So
the-
they go off of a couple of things. You're gonna go off the quality of the card. Is it bent? Is it stuff like that? Yeah, if it's good. And then there's the print value. Is it off center? Is it stuff like that? So scratches,
Oh.
the card side, everything. But when they go, like it's legit. And bro, there's so much money off of this stuff now. So I've been really getting into that. But on the side, it's fun to play the card game. We like Hearthstone, stuff like that. So I'm like, screw it, man. We'll
Oh my
play
gosh,
some
I
card.
have this. Sorry to keep changing, but I have a
You know-
first edition Vaporeon from the Jungle series, and it's going for $90 for a bid.
dude.
And it's right now the buy it now price $120. I have at least one of these. I might have more.
Go get it graded.
You know,
Look up
Mike.
PSA. What's up?
Yeah, how do you get it graded? Like when you, yeah,
Yeah, where
please.
am
So
I
you
going
said-
for this?
So Google PSA.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't just Google that because it'll send you to a lot of cancer websites.
PSA
trading card.
grading.
PSA trading cards, and then they have a website. It's psacard.com, and you send it in. I think it's like $10 or $15 a card. The faster that you want to get it back,
Ooh,
the
it's
more
looking for
expensive it is. But it's not expensive.
Oh, it wants a
10 to
Blue Eyes
25.
White Dragon Yu-Gi-Oh! I got some of those
Yu-Gi-Oh!
too.
Yeah, first edition, bro. I'm telling you, there is stupid
You know?
money in this.
Who's buying these? Why
Mike,
do you want
I
them?
don't know what's been going on, but there are so many of the streamers I've been watching. I think Circle Tunes is the one that's coming to my mind, and all they're doing lately is opening packs, Pokemon cards.
Yep.
And I never, like, I see the notification and I just never go to it, and I'm like, what is up with Pokemon cards these days? Because they are in a resurgence.
Up. There's Pokemon, like I'm sure
Blowing
you guys
up.
on YouTube have heard of, like Leonhart. He does all those. I credit him honestly because he kind of made it popular to open these Pokemon cards. He started Logan Paul.
One of those
Was
Paul
the one that
brothers.
started making real. Yeah, he started paying a lot of money. Bro, you could literally just have an unopened pack from the base set and sell that for a couple
Yeah.
grand. You don't even need to. You don't even need
Yeah,
to open it.
I was
But the
thinking that if you have the packs, the original packs unopened, how much value they'd have.
A first edition booster set, unopened,
Oh my
is going
god.
for over $100,000. You could, yeah, dude, you could
What?
buy a house off of these things. But that's not the crazy thing. Those are cards from 20 years ago that are hard to get. Bro, there's Pokemon. There's Charizards out now that you can get. They're $600-$700 a pop, and those are ungraded. You just sell them. You start getting them graded, they're $1,000-$2,000, and they're the cards that are still in production, still making
Wow.
it.
What
I'm
is
looking
this
at some of
market?
stuff. This is crazy.
Yeah, bro, there is a huge market for it. So now you've been warned. You're welcome. You guys are all gonna get hooked on it like I am. I've already
Jeez,
spent-
man, I have addiction problems with this
Yep.
stuff. Don't
yeah,
don't do
dude.
this to me.
I already dropped a couple $100 on this stuff in like a week. And of course, it was the week before I lost my job. So now I'm
Well,
regretting
this
it
is your
fully.
new job, though. You're gonna start buying and selling Pokemon cards for a living.
Right, start slinging this shit. But not only Pokemon cards.
Just going on the streets. Hey, man,
Like,
you
I got
have,
looking for Charizard.
you
looking
want
for
some
Charizard.
Pokemon cards? I'm looking for a Charizard.
Jeez.
So yeah, bro, real talk. So I've been
Oh,
into
God.
that. So I've been playing a little bit of that. So the earlier part of the week, and then PlayStation 5, Xbox comes out. I got the PlayStation 5. So I've been playing. I was out all Friday, so I really didn't get to play too much of it. But I've been playing the new Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I gotta say, from early, and I'm gonna do a whole
How,
review,
man?
video review on it. I gotta
How?
tell you, it is completely
Is-
holding up to the first one. It is such a good game right
Ah!
now.
Wait, Miles Morales?
Yeah?
And you're-
Such a good
and,
game.
and it works on your PS4? That's good to hear.
It does. So my PS4 almost melted the other day, my first day. So I had it.
Well, hold your PS4 or PS5 talk. I'm gonna
You're
we're
right,
gonna
you're
we're gonna do this all together because I got some words to add to this. We'll do a little round table
Sure.
here.
So
So,
I'm gonna do a full
how
review
is
on
Miles?
Spider-Man.
okay,
It holds up just as good as the first one. And if you played the first one, you know how good that game was.
Mhm.
It was one of my top, easily one of my favorite games like of all time. And it came out like what, 2-3 years ago. So like for it to step up to the
2018,
ranks
I
of like
think.
a Zelda, of like a Zelda Pokemon that fast, it's a good game. And it's the same mechanics, same everything, just a good storyline, man. Everything is just each mission is totally different, but yet it's like the same. So it's familiar, you know what you're doing, but yet it's so different that it doesn't make it feel like you're doing the same mundane, press A, kick, the combat system is so much fun that like the combos aren't too like too crazy where you're like, dude, I'm never gonna remember to press X 6 times and triangle while holding R3, like it's
Semicircle turn.
right, like yeah, you remember enough of the combos where each move is like original and like that, dude.
not too hardcore.
Right, but it's you're right. It knows its place. It knows it's going to be a game that you're going to beat the single player and probably never play again. So it's not going to make this big, massive, leveling system. Where like, this is too much, man. I'm not playing World of Warcraft. So it has been amazing, and the graphics on another level, bro. The ray tracing,
I'm regretting not buying that game. I wanted to get for the PS5. I went with one. I was like, I'll buy one game for the new console. I'm like, okay, just one thing. Don't go crazy. And I went with Godfall. And
I've heard.
I'm not saying it's bad because I haven't really had a chance to play it, and I will describe that when it's my turn to talk. But I do regret not getting the Miles Morales stuff.
Yeah.
Which version did you buy? Did you buy the one with the original Spider-Man one with it too? Because you get like the full upgrade of it. Okay, you just have the basic
the Ultimate Edition and the Launch Edition. I was like, maybe I'll get that. I don't think I'm gonna regret it. I don't think I would go back and play the original edition, the remastered. I still own it for the PlayStation 4. If I really want to play it, I'll just play it again on there. It's the same game. But Miles Morales is get it.
Okay.
How much?
I'll finish my
seeing
spot
as
there.
seeing as how it's fine. Seeing as how it's been 2 years since the original. Has the game improved since? Like, is the story better, or what is the story now with Miles?
But and I don't want to go into that and then like spoil it, but
it's getting into that
right where it leaves off in its own original story, and it feels very fluid, and it's good. It's completely own story, all about Miles Morales. Peter Parker still is tied in and everything like that, but like you have to watch it or you have to play it. I don't want to ruin it, but yes, I mean the story for the first one was so original and good. It could have been its own movie. This one feels like it could be its own movie too. It's a completely different storyline. It's no building upon the other one. The only part that it builds upon is it picks up where the last one left off, where Miles' dad is dead, and that's it. Everything else from that point on is gone. But I mean, honestly, a lot of the controls are the same. It feels like the same game, but like the last game was so good, I wanted to keep playing. Well, this is me playing more of the same game.
Does Miles handle differently than Peter? I mean, objectively, I know he does, but like mechanically, does he?
Yes, he's got different moves than Peter Parker's Spider-Man. I don't know if it was because the spider that bit him was slightly different, but he's got a slightly different move set that
So-
still feels original.
So it
but
doesn't just
close
feel
enough.
like you're. It doesn't feel like you're just playing the same game.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Because
That's
I thought it was the
exactly what I
exact
was
same
getting at.
powers. Everything's the same. It's just a different character model. Is all I pictured.
A lot of the same moves and stuff are the same, but
They're both Spider-Man.
Yes, but Miles Morales has his own specialty of different things, and they give different things. It's its own game. It's its own game. It's not. It doesn't feel like.
Is it a
doesn't
next-gen
like the
game,
DLC.
Mike?
Oh, easily. You should see the graphics on it. I mean, the ray tracing on it is amazing and everything.
So it feels like
Loading
it's
times.
appropriate.
I wish I could show you right now how fast the loading times are on it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, loading times are
Ma-
big. That's exciting.
3 seconds, maybe 3 seconds.
That's pretty big.
That's incredible.
So what else?
I'm-
What other stuff have you tried on the PS5?
That's the only game. I have Avengers. Maybe one day I'll download it and get it up to the PS5, but probably not because honestly, Avengers was kind of a letdown. All the
Oh,
rest of the
that's so
games
sad
are
to
just
hear.
really, they're just games that like Ghost of Tsushima that like can be ported to the PS5 and like upgraded.
Which I saw 60 frames, which I'm excited for because I haven't finished that yet. So I'm like, oh, this will be great. I can play a little bit better now.
Yeah, I haven't finished it either, and I did see that there's going to be a co-op mode to Ghost of Tsushima, which excites me. I think that'd be fun to play with another. I think that'll get me more interested than playing by myself, playing with somebody else. But we'll see. I haven't played like the Call of Duty. I may download Warzone and play on that.
Nice.
Like I
Wouldn't mind
probably
seeing
bought-
Warzone on PS5.
Yeah, I probably would have bought Call of Duty, but honestly, just being a little tighter now, I got to start saving my money. Things changed for me, obviously, as of Thursday.
We can still play Warzone though, and that's a good indication.
It is a free to play.
It's free, and
So that
honestly,
works.
dude, next week I got World of Warcraft coming out for me.
Oh man, yeah.
And my time is
Mwah.
taken, so I'm not trying to overload it and just spend money on shit that's not gonna,
Smart.
happen. I did that with so many games, and they're all sitting there half played. So
Yeah, I know that life. Trust me.
yeah,
Smart buying.
but
Kevin,
yeah,
do
so I'll pass the torch.
All right.
You want to? Or...
Yeah, I'll jump in. I'll I'll explain my little journeys. So my gaming wise, outside of new console stuff, everything aside, I tried to jump into a review copy of a game we got, and it's a review of the
I
game.
wonder how that turned
Oh my
out.
gosh. I've been waiting to talk about this all week. I got a review copy of this game,
I know.
13. I had never played the original 13, but I don't think I have. It's like kind of familiar. This was like in 2003. So it's like I don't know. I
right?
feel like I played it, but I'm like maybe I rented it and I just kind of played it a little bit. Well, my buddy Jeff, one of the guys that has hosted on this show a few times as a guest, he was telling me, he's like, I loved this game growing up. This was one of my favorite games. I told him I had a chance to get a review copy. He's like, no, you should get it, and then we'll take the day off of work. You and I will just play the game the whole day. I'll help you write the review. We'll go through this together. It's going to be great. I was like, yeah, this sounds like a good day. We're going to get some pizza, just kind of hang out. So I install the game on my PC in the basement. We're going to play it down there. We get some takeout, some chicken wings. We're all like amped for this. We start playing the game, and the beginning looks beautiful. There's good visuals. It's like, okay, this is not bad. It's like a semi-cel shaded, but not really, very different appeal. And then we start moving.
Borderlands-esque?
A little bit. It is similar to that. You start moving, though, and all of a sudden you realize the world is awful looking. And you pick up a first gun, and you're like, okay, and you shoot somebody. And the enemy, you shoot them, I kid you not, the frame freezes where they're shooting, and they stand completely still, pause, and then they just slowly fall over. Like, it looks like intentional, like it's a comic thing. And I'm like, is this supposed to be like a funny game where they're supposed to be silly deaths? He's like, no, this is supposed to be like an action spy movie. Like, that's not how it ever was. I was like, oh, maybe it was just this guy. Then we keep going, kill 2 more guys. I kill them. All of a sudden, they're holding like a shotgun or an SMG or something, 2 hands, and they have no weapon in their hand. It's just their hands like this. And then you're shooting them, and then they fall down to the ground. They just like collapse. It's so hard to describe, but it's the worst animation in death I've ever seen in my entire life. And not only that the death scenes are so bad, enemies are they would sometimes just appear or disappear randomly behind you or in front of you, or you're shooting at them, and they're gone. or they'll fall through the floor and then you won't see them anymore, or they walk through a wall. It's so poorly done. What else was it that was bad? The music, you'll be playing through a level and we're like, okay, it's not so bad. The music just starts going like this terrible, terrible noise. And I'm like, oh, maybe it's the computer. We restart the game, go to the same spot, and the music, it's so bad. We turned the volume off. I had it muted for a while. The voices you could barely hear. Sometimes there'd be a person in front of you, and you know how in like games you have like a semi-surround, so it's like if I'm facing the character, you hear the voice in the center speakers, and then you turn around, you kind of hear it go to a different speaker. Well, I'll be standing there staring at a character, he's talking, and he'll just be like, yep, mission, you have to go through this, and all of a sudden he'll go, make sure you go behind you and do the mission, and everything else will be fine. I'm like, why? What the hell? You just started whispering. Or, and then times I'll be 4 rooms away, and all of a sudden he'll just start yelling, and you can hear him like he's next to you, but he's 6 rooms away, not even near you, and you shouldn't be able to hear him. It's such a weird, like, it was just poorly done. If too many guns are firing at once, the sound will just blow up, and then it'll just die, and then you'll have no weapon sound because it can't handle it.
What is going on?
A couple levels, I would load, and I was stuck. It loaded me into the level, and I couldn't move. I was just stuck there. That happened at one point. There were 2 or 3 times I literally couldn't figure out how I had to stop the game and restart it and try to go to an earlier checkpoint because it was unplayable.
Oh my god.
I could go on. The game was terrible, and we literally played it for like 4 or 5 hours, and I'm like, we can't even do this anymore. It was unplayable. So we ended up, getting the email from the developer apologizing, just like you've seen all over. Every news site's been talking about how everyone's getting emails from them, and they just said they've had deadlines, they couldn't meet stuff, and it was bad. But it's bad. I actually had a hard time. So I'm playing on a 4K TV. I tried to run the game in 1080p to see maybe it was like I'm pushing it too hard because I was pushing it in 4K. No, a 1080p was way worse. I had to play it in 4K for it to even be playable.
Yeah, on PS and on PC, actually, games rendered in 4K are easier on a load for your GPU than 1080. I don't know why, but 4K is actually easier for your GPU to handle. Yep. Then so like the higher the resolution, the easier it becomes. I mean,
maybe it's more efficient.
Any resolution I played this game at, it still sucked. 4K seemed to be the one that was okay-ish, but still miserable. So yeah, that was a good chunk of my gaming I took the day off to play this game, and it really just, the whole time we're just like, this game
Oh my god.
It was so bad. So we stopped playing that because it was just, I was getting depressed because this was supposed to be a fun day activity, and it turned out to be like just one of the worst games I've ever played. Then we switched to Battletoads, which actually turned out to be kind of fun. I was really surprised.
Yeah.
I had no, it was another game. He's like, oh, I used to really enjoy this. Let's play this. I was like, I know nothing about it. I heard it was kind of eh. And it's
original?
No, the remake, the one that came out like not too long ago. It's on Game Pass, so
yeah,
it's easy to play. But yeah, it's pretty cool. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's just like a side scroller with puzzles and, or not puzzles, like hard levels of platforming-ish type stuff. I don't even know how to describe it, but yeah, it was pretty cool. So outside of that,
remake of the original game?
Yeah. Complete remake. It's completely remade. Like they did everything new, all new graphics and stuff. It was pretty fun.
Wow.
Outside of that crappy stuff, right before I get into next gen things, I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone because the new expansion comes out on Tuesday. They revamped and they released, I think last week on Tuesday, the whole new, or no, maybe it was this, when did they do that? Pretty recently. They announced an entire new achievements, like reward system for tracking. You gain experience now, and you gain levels through an expansion, and then you unlock packs and gold, heroes, card backs, all kinds of stuff. So that's something I've been playing around with a lot. And then on this Tuesday, the Zahi, you're frozen. Your eyes are like up in the air. You look possessed. It was scary. All right, you're back.
Can you see me?
Yeah, now I can. And then this week, the whole new expansion for the Dark Moon Fair stuff comes out. So I will be talking about that next week because I'm definitely playing that. Then played some Warcraft, but no one wants to hear about that because Shadowlands is not out yet. And finally, got into the new next generation. So I'm going to put a pause there. I'm going to come back to this, and we'll do a full roundtable with that. So, Zahi.
Yeah. I thank you.
Please, take the stage.
I understood where you're going with that. Ooh, so I don't know if anyone can see the shirt I am currently wearing. Does anyone, does it read right?
Yeah.
See it?
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2. Yes. The new expansion came
right back on
out
this one.
on Tuesday with the launch of the new Xbox, and it's Beyond Light. It's the new expansion, and I have been, whenever I've gotten a chance, I've been on it. It
And-
has so far
And
been
what are you playing on right now?
a fantastic. Right now, I'm so unfortunately I wasn't able to get. I was traveling the day the pre-orders came out, and I wasn't able to grab one. But I'm playing on the original Xbox,
Which the
and
original or an S?
no, the S, the
Okay,
white
the
one.
S. How's that been?
And
How's performance on that thing going?
for Destiny 2, it has been
Hey.
absolutely fantastic. For example, if we're talking load times, Destiny 2 is notoriously long,
Mm-hmm.
has one of the worst reputations for having a very long load time. To get from the screen to the start menu to selecting your character to getting in orbit and then to getting on a planet
Mm-hmm.
could have taken more than 12 minutes sometimes.
Jeez, oh Pete. I said, "Jeez, oh Pete." That sounds.
Yeah,
Rough.
it's absolutely awful. Like 12 to 15 minutes just to get from here to finally playing was a huge turn off for many people because you can't play a quick game of like PvP or do a quick strike if the time it takes is the actual length of the game itself. It's ludicrous. So with Beyond Light, because they removed about, I don't know, 40% of the base game, the 4 planets plus like a lot of the old weapons got burnt essentially, like sunsetted. It's I don't know what Beyond Light did. Maybe it was the removal because it went down from 125 gigs roughly to right now it's sitting at 76 for me. And I just recorded it today so I could show my friends because they didn't believe me on how fast Destiny 2 is loading. And I'm like, guys, you should come back on with me and play a little. It took from start a minute and a half tops to get to orbit, like when you're flying. So I've selected my character, I've gone through the menu, and then less than another minute to get to ground and start shooting or go to like the home base.
Wow.
So it's down from almost 15 minutes to 2.5 minutes tops. And that is on an Xbox One S, not even new gen.
Wow.
So it's a phenomenally crazy adjustment. Like it's messing with my bathroom breaks. I'm not getting, like I'm used to like just holding the console so I could click a controller just so I could just like get going. But it's messing with my like snack time and my bathroom breaks because just how fast it's been. So that's been a bloody achievement like all around, seriously. And
So what's
Beyond Light in of itself.
To question some stuff here.
Mhm.
So if you are looking for next gen console, would you continue to play Xbox and go that route and go the Xbox Series X or S and continue to play Destiny on there, or would you try to jump over to the PS5?
Man, that is a very good question. I think if you had asked me before the PS5 launched
Mm-hmm.
and before I knew some of the more intricate details of what the PlayStation 5 brings to the table, I would have said the Series X hardcore. But my God, the PS5 is a powerhouse of an engine machine. That thing is just crazy, and the things that it's been rendering, Godfall, Demon Souls, Miles Morales, are beautiful. It's crazy, and
Wow.
it's new games right now,
Yeah, Xbox
not
boy
new
might be
games
going
in a
Sony
year.
pony over here.
It's feeling
Join.
that way, man.
Yeah, Mike's like, come to the dark
And
side.
To be true.
I'm tempted, I'm tempted to go to the darkness, as per Destiny 2. But
Wow.
right now,
I mean, hey, listen,
I'm-
I have Destiny 2 for the PlayStation 4, and it's a free bump to PlayStation 5. So and I'm
Don't
already
even right now.
Yeah, it's weird that
Don't
I'm speaking of that, not to derail the Destiny talk, but there are a lot of games that are only like I think Call of Duty is the one I was looking at where the upgrade for Call of Duty is free to PS5, where in Xbox it's not free. You have to pay for the upgrade, which I
It's
think is
it's
kind of a,
not.
kind of a joke.
It's what's that service?
The
The
shoot
Xbox.
game.
Every time, man. Every time.
Oh my gosh,
Not
I
Games
know.
Pass.
Game.
I know.
Game
I know.
No,
Smart
Smart Delivery.
Delivery.
Yeah, Smart Delivery. It's called Smart Delivery. Yeah, they're only offering that on a few different titles and not everything. I actually ran into a problem with that. And I'll talk about it later. And you finish up what you're talking about.
Yep. Yeah, no worries.
Because I steal the show yet again. Because I keep talking.
Do it. But Destiny 2, like beyond like talking like not talking about the consoles for a second, just that like in terms of a new expansion, I'm really enjoying Beyond Light. I know that sounds, like you can it's one of my favorite games. Of course I'm gonna enjoy it, but a lot of the changes and additions, it has made the game a little bit more stable. But they added a new subclass. Previously it was always like Arc, Solar, Void. So fire.
Oh, so every
lightning,
class has got a new
and-
subclass, is what you're saying?
No, there is a new a new class. So
that new.
in the lore of the game,
Oh, there's a
yeah,
new class.
and it's
like
totally, it's totally breaking the mechanics of certain activities like PvP and Crucible, which is PvP. So it's really messing with that because the new subclass A is brand spanking new.
Wait, what's the difference between class and subclass in this game? I'm confused. Is subclass like
Oh,
a spec and
so you
WoW
have-
and like a regular class?
No. So you are like there are 3 classes, which are
Okay.
Hunter, Rogue, Warlock, Mage, Titan, tank or knight kind of archetype.
Wait, there's that many
And
classes
all of
now?
them
I thought there
have-
were 3. How many? There's
3. Wow.
Yeah. That's the 3. That's the 3.
you named like
Hunter,
6. Back
Warlock,
up.
and Titan.
Okay, Hunter,
Yeah,
Warlock, and
which
Titan.
no, I'm saying so. Hunter is like a rogue type.
Oh, okay.
Warlock
okay,
is
okay.
like a mage type, and Titan is like your knight or your paladin type or your tank. So, but all of them have subclasses. So like
I see.
Arc, Solar, or Void.
Okay, so
And
the
within those
subclasses do
there's, like, patches.
do those subclasses work like a spec in WoW, like a specialization? So if I'm a mage, I could be fire, arcane,
Yeah,
or frost.
exactly.
Okay, so it's kind of like that. Okay,
Exactly.
I follow. that.
And now they've introduced a brand new subclass, which is stasis. So it's like ice. And the freezing of enemies and the jankiness has been some of the funnest shit that I've ever seen in this game because it's just so random and crazy. The I think like in a maybe a couple of months when everything kind of they fix the bugs and kinks, I think it'll be better for that. But overall, it's just been really fun to kind of jank the game with the new subclass ability.
So okay, I mean,
And
I'm trying to look this up, but I'm so confused here, and I'm wondering if maybe people listening are also confused. So this one subclass goes to what regular class?
it's available for all of them. So
Okay, now my mind
each
is
of them
blown.
have
I'm being
like,
more confused now. So
yeah.
this
So like Arc is a subclass that's accessible to all 3 classes.
oh, that's dumb.
So but within each class, it's different arc abilities. So the Titan, who's like a big tank,
Okay.
he turns into like a wrecking ball when he uses his arc subclass. But when the Hunter, who's the rogue, does it, he gets like a bow staff and starts like doing twirly stuff around people and like bow staffing them to death with electricity. So it's like that. And the arc for the Warlock, who's like your mage, they can do like depending on which of the subclasses you picked in arc. So you can do either like Palpatine hands and just like electrocute the battlefield, like zzz, or you can do like your final Kamehameha and just like arc everything in front of you. with like a
see.
concentrated beep.
So, Mike,
And now there's a
what's-
new subclass.
What's your take on this whole class subclass thing, Mike? Like, have you played Destiny? Do you know anything about this?
I mean, I haven't played it since the like vanilla Destiny 2,
Okay.
which was a great game.
But you
There
know
just
what
wasn't
I'm
a-
talking about.
Yeah, so I know the 3 classes, and I
God.
do kind of remember, yeah, with Crucible, the different subgroups in each. I mean, that makes sense what he's saying. So each group can have a subclass, but it's ran differently, you know. So
Yeah, it
each
ran
group
totally
has a
differently.
similar type of power, but how they use it is just more
Yeah.
based on their actual class.
I'm actually pretty interested about all that. I did
Exactly.
not know that was even a thing.
Destiny's super deep.
Hmm.
And because now they introduce a new subclass of stasis, which is ice based. Yeah, it's because freezing enemies in place, and that's never been a thing in the game. It's just giving a lot of weird like jank to things. You know, whenever a game brings in a new concept, that sometimes it's just like a little bit like wonky.
Hmm.
It's a bit wonky right now.
Yeah, it's just like the same with
you'll-
Hearthstone. They just added all this new stuff, new cards, and new abilities and different modes, and people are freaking out. So yeah, I get it. It's unbalanced, and same with Call of Duty. They're mixing up
but it's
the
fun.
Modern Warfare with the Cold War stuff, and people are freaking out right now on Reddit.
I heard. But yeah, Destiny 2 Beyond Light been great so far. I can't
Okay.
wait to do that review.
Pretty interesting.
You should check it out. You
I
have
did not.
wait, hold on. You have Games Pass. You should totally check it out because you get Beyond Light for free and all the expansions.
Okay, so question about that. So I own Destiny 2 on PS4, and I have it on
Great.
PC because they gave it away in Battle.net before they pushed it to Steam or whatever.
Correct.
But how does my save
Mhm.
file work? If I go play an Xbox now, is that all gone, or
Cross
is it?
save.
Okay, so if I just log into my account, my stuff's all there.
It's cross save.
All right, maybe I will
Your
try
Your
this
stuff's
then.
still there.
Okay, you know what? I will
But
try this.
If you buy you should. It's so fun.
I'm going to use
And
my
it's not too
Xbox
hard.
app on my phone right now, and I'm going to set it to download. How cool is this?
Nice.
Technology, you guys. Cool little app.
And you'll get all three expansions for free if you have Games Pass. You get Forsaken, Shadowkeep, and the Beyond Light one for free.
So I'd have to buy them
I
all
didn't buy
for
Beyond Light.
PlayStation.
No, you do not have to buy them. Yeah, that's the sucky part. I don't think there's a way to get
Well, you
it.
got-
So
you have
that's
Game
why I'm
Pass
not
for
playing
PC,
it on
Mike?
Xbox.
No, I don't.
Oh, well, get Game Pass for PC. Just do that and play on there.
Yeah, but I want to play my PlayStation.
That is true.
Yeah, but you just got new monitors
True.
and shit. Come on.
Yeah, but I also got a new PlayStation.
Yeah, I guess, but that's going to cost you
PlayStation
It's
doesn't
a
money.
do
brand
it.
new PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, Game Pass is gonna cost me money too.
No, they'll
I
you do
don't know.
free trials on that for like a decade, and they'll just like keep giving it to you.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, get on PlayStation then.
that's
Just play
my
the
take.
original.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna wait till World of Warcraft. I only have enough time for one
Wait, what does it
RPG
say?
at a time.
I know there's too many things going on. So I look it up on Game Pass. I see Destiny. Well, they show Destiny 2 Beyond Light, Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, Destiny 2 Forsaken, and Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Which one do I want? Just the regular. I guess
Me
I have to
too.
do all of them.
The other
separately.
No, you just need to do Destiny 2, and it should auto install the others. Because like because you have Games Pass, it's unlocked through them.
Okay. All right, and it's now installed in my queue, and I see it downloading. Oh, I can actually play it on my phone.
Should play,
too.
man.
I could play right now while we're recording.
Sick.
Playing Destiny 2 on phone.
God, what we are in the new generation, people.
What are we even doing anymore? All right, I think this is a good segue then to jump into next gen
Let's do it.
consoles.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what
excited.
came out, what we've been doing, and who got what, who wants what, how was the search. So, as everyone who's watching, PlayStation 5 came out on this past Thursday, and the Xbox Series X and the S came out on Tuesday. Both the PS5 came in a digital and a physical version with a disc, with a slight different price variance. I don't know it exactly. And then the Xbox X is the full console with a disc drive, and then the Xbox S is actually a slightly different console that only plays games up to 1440p natively for gaming. 4K, I think, output for like video, movie, and stuff though. And that also does
Yeah.
not have a disc drive. So it's a whole new face of gaming. Things are very different. a lot more choices right off the bat. There's no Connect involved this time
Interesting,
around for
right?
Xbox. And
Oh,
what is everyone's
man.
experience? So, Mike, I know you kind of alluded to you getting a PS5. So, tell us
Yeah.
what made you pick PS5 over Xbox Series X or S? Where did you get it at? How did you get it? And just tell the story, Mike. Let us know what's going on over there.
Okay,
Features.
so
Let me know how the PS5 is. Like, give me some meat, man.
Give us some meat.
Sure. So we'll start with some of the goods, the bads. So the reason I picked it is I usually always buy a console, honestly, based off the year before his console, or the generation before his console. I got the Xbox
Ooh.
One because I liked the 360. I got the 360 because I liked the Xbox. And then I got the PS5 because I liked the PS4 better than the Xbox One. So I just kind of started switching. I was always Microsoft, and then I started switching. I just felt like, I don't know, every game that came out for Xbox came out really for PlayStation. PlayStation just made it look better, and any exclusives, honestly, I just thought PlayStation was better. The Bethesda thing wasn't that big of an excitement for me.
Ooh.
No?
Because a lot of the games I don't really play too much of Bethesda stuff. I like it. I'm not like, I've played them, but I'm not like, I'm not
It's not
going
your-
to sleep.
So if you don't
Yeah.
play Elder Scrolls, the new one, you're not going to care?
Scrolls 6.
I've calm down. I've never played an Elder Scrolls game. I've never owned an Elder
Really?
Scrolls game. I've played them. I've never owned an
Really?
Elder Scrolls.
Wow, Michael.
No idea why. I don't know why.
What are you doing?
Don't
Why?
know why.
Put Spider-Man down and go play Skyrim.
Skyrim. All I've wanted to ever do is play Skyrim, and for some reason, I've even downloaded Skyrim. Like, I had it because I game shared with your brother, and he had the on Xbox One, and I downloaded Skyrim, and I never got to play it. Amazing games. I
Right.
know that the Elder Scrolls situation is very good. I've never played it. I don't know why. It's not
Wow.
that. So I don't. It's one of those that I don't know what I'm missing, so I'm not missing it. So that
I
news
could
was
honestly say you're missing a lot.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
game that needs
Excuse-
to be played, like,
I'm
still.
sorry.
yeah,
I'm
and
not
I
meaning to cut you off.
definitely
Please continue.
no,
No, I
but you're
did. I
right.
meant to cut you off. You need to go play that.
Offense.
I feel, oh, buddy.
Yeah, well, it's like, well,
Okay.
you haven't played Zelda, so you get it. Everyone has that.
And I will get a Switch just so I can play Zelda with you guys. I am so repping that. I feel you.
Bro, I thought you started with a Nintendo 64. But anyways, but really, like, I haven't. It's not because I don't want to. It's not because I played them and don't like them. I'm sure I'll love it. I just never
You need to
have.
get your priorities straight here, Mike.
No, so
Really
that's the big reason. So that news didn't make anything to me. Horizon Zero Dawn was one of the best PlayStation games I've ever played. They're coming out with a second.
Beautiful.
I know that it got delayed and it's going way farther than
So
it was supposed to.
Yeah, one day you'll play that one.
Yeah, but I still got it. And then Spider-Man.
It really is forbidden.
Yeah, right.
So have you? So what did you purchase when you got your PS5? Which?
So I just got Miles Morales.
Okay.
And
where did you buy it
I
at? I know I'm asking 1,000 questions, interview style here, but
no, you're good. So remember, I walked in. So my story was
okay,
really good.
yeah.
I'm playing it again.
Oh, I
I'm
remember.
trying to hook you guys up. So when they had their release and it was all screwed up and GameStop came out and started releasing the
Yeah.
pre-orders, nobody knew about it. Well, I was on Twitter and I looked up the stuff about GameStop and like the pre-orders, where they're gonna be. All I wanted to know was what time and where should I pre-order it. And then some people started coming out with receipts saying, "Hey, we just walked in and we could pre-order it." I'm like, "Get out!" So I called my local GameStop. I asked them, thinking, I literally even started the call and said, "I'm sure you're getting this."
You're just
Yeah, I know.
joking.
You're like, I
Yeah,
know
and
I'm
I'm
one of
like,
these people, but I want this thing.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm sure it's BS,
Yeah.
but are you guys taking in-store pre-orders? And there's a pause on the phone, and the guy goes, "Mm-hmm." I'm like, "Excuse me?" I said, "Is it online or in store only?" He's like, "No, it's in store." I'm like, "All right, I'll see you in like 30 seconds." And I was racing up to my local.
I remember
GameStop.
you, man.
So I got there, dude. I walked right in. No one's in the store. they had a selection of both 12 digital onlys and 12 physical discs. And it was like, all right, which
My
one do you want?
God.
And I sat there, I got to like, well, tell me about this one. I got to ponder, ask questions.
Wow.
Pre-order, walked right out.
You are the only person I have had that had that smooth of an experience. You are one of the first, I think, Canadian pre-orders.
I
It was-
or
struggled
American.
with mine.
What?
Everyone
so
did.
I actually did so well with the PlayStation pre-orders that later that night, I got on the Amazon, pre-ordered one
yeah.
for my friend,
This was
and
beautiful.
even got Kevin his pre-order too. I got 4 pre-orders in one day without any
You
problem.
beautiful man.
It was
Yeah, I
crazy
couldn't-
to just explain my quick situation. As soon as they went live, I had a hockey game, so I had to go to my game, and every chance I could along the way, I stopped and got gas. I'm refreshing Best Buy and Amazon and Walmart, and I really wanted it on Amazon, which is thankfully where I got it because I had a bunch of credit on a credit card for like rewards points and a bunch of gift cards. I'm like, that's where I want to do it, so I don't have to pay like $100 for this thing because I've had all this credit I've saved up for nothing. So thankfully, I was able to use all that. Anyways, went to the hockey game, came home, and like Mike said, he was helping all these people get one. I had a buddy over for the weekend that weekend, and he was playing a game with Mike. I came home, I went to play with these guys, and he's like, oh, they're live on Amazon. Well, I was actually showering upstairs. My buddy was playing on my computer, and he pre-ordered it for me. So I got pretty lucky.
Yeah, I was
Beautiful.
pre-order playing with it, and then as I was signing off, we're finishing the game, and I just grabbed my phone because we're talking, and I go through Twitter, and it says 30 seconds ago, someone tweeted out, Amazon pre-orders are now live. And I'm like, oh shit! So I hop on and get one for Julian. I'm like, Eric, get on, Kevin's. We got it. So I got everyone was eating for me. So yeah, and then Thursday,
Mike's a
Thur-
pimp.
yeah, Thursday.
Handed them out.
At 10 a.m. GameStop opened, so I waited in a small line of everyone that had pre-orders, probably about like 10 people. I was probably like number 4 in line. I took Thursday off everything and just went in and grabbed my PlayStation. I also ordered Miles Morales with it. Got all my stuff and walked out and then set it up. I actually did an unboxing video for my PlayStation, which I am finishing a video for that.
It was
I'm
glorious.
excited to see that, actually. That's cool.
So I knocked that out, and that will be up on this YouTube channel
Cool.
soon. But
So yeah,
Quick,
that would sound so
my-
easy. GameStop sounds like they made it simple. I
it was
got
easy.
nervous with my PS5 because
Chaotic.
I couldn't see. It was Tuesday, Wednesday. I still had no shipment order or anything on Amazon. It just says preparing to ship. So I contacted Amazon and I contacted them over and over and over. And I just said, hey, is this thing shipping or not? Let's just be real. I received an email about a month after I got the pre-order saying it's going to be delayed. So I kind of was just like, I'm just going to accept it. It's going to be delayed. It's okay, Kevin. Everything's going to be fine. And then a couple weeks later, I got an email saying, oh, the payment method on file is expiring. Please put a new one in. I'm like, okay, I better check
I would have
that.
had a heart attack.
And I'm like freaking out. I look at it and I go, no, it's not expired at all. So I contacted them again and they said, no, you're fine. I'm like, I want to make sure it goes on this card because it's using the rewards points and I want to use the gift card. Like, I'm very specific about the payment method. Like, don't screw me over because I'm trying to get an Xbox and I'm like, I'm willing to pay for that, but I don't want to pay for both these things out of pocket. I was using all this credit for a reason. So finally get everything to go through, and Wednesday night I get an email, late Wednesday night, like 10:30 at night while I'm in bed. Your shipment has went out, and I was like, "What? They're 1 day shipping now?" And sure thing, on Thursday I get the notification. It's in your neighborhood, and I just watched that map on Amazon where they see the little cart driving by, refreshing, and it showed up about 2:00, 3:00 ish, and I was so excited. So
Yeah, man, it was a good start to my morning.
For our audience, by the way, to know something, I was on my drive to Niagara Falls. I was nowhere near able to stop anywhere for any pre-order.
Oh man.
Mike was texting us, "Hey guys, I think there's a pre-order in my local GameStop." 2 seconds later, he's like, "I'm gonna go to my local GameStop and check."
Yeah.
Within like 5 minutes, of the first message, this dude had his receipt, and it's like he
Yeah,
took a picture. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Within he's not kidding when he says he'll be at the GameStop in 30 seconds. The conversation itself lasted under 5 minutes with a receipt.
I drove so fast. I even turned. So there's a lot in Florida. There's the U-turns and stuff. There was a reverse U-turn lane that was close to the entrance to it that you're not supposed to turn left in. No cars were coming. I'm like, I don't see a cop. Right, left. Just cross on.
I need to get my PS5. I need it.
You're killing me.
I figured, dude, this is gonna be packed. Nope. I walked in, bro. I could have gotten you guys all PlayStations.
The smoothest experience I've ever heard for ordering consoles.
All right,
everyone has a dramatic life story.
Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about my Xbox too. So I think I'm the only one that got an Xbox Series X here. That one was kind of a YOLO moment for me because I wasn't planning on getting it, and I had the opportunity to get an Xbox. I actually had two. My first opportunity I was able to get on Best Buy, and I said, I don't need it. It's not something I really need right now. And then I think it was the same morning or the next morning, I had a buddy who was working from home with me, and he goes, hey, I'm able to get one. Do you want one? I'm like, yeah, order it. Shoot, okay. And it was from Walmart. And I was like, all right, just do it. And I was like, well, in Walmart, I was able to use my Sam's Club card to get rewards points for that because they're owned by the same people. So I was like, all right, I'm sure, why not? So I go for it. And I'm all anxious for this thing to show up. Same thing with Walmart. It didn't show up if I logged into Walmart's page, it didn't show up in my account that I purchased it. I looked up the order number on Walmart's website. It showed it was blank. So I contacted Walmart and I was like, is this going on? They're like, no, your order's here. Your credit card and file's expired. I'm like, oh, goddamn, not this again. Well, this card was actually expired, so I had to put the new card in and get it fixed. And they said, oh, well, we can't update the card on file. We have to cancel the order and redo it. I'm like, no, you can't, because you can't. I was like, unless you can guarantee you're able to get the item still, it's sold out. And they're like,
you can't reorder it.
Yeah, and they're like, well, we can't do anything about that. So you're going to have to just, you can't get the item anymore. And I'm like, now I'm all pissed off because I was expecting this thing to show up. So I just kept going, is there anybody else I can talk to? And I was lying. I was like, this is for my son. He's going to be crushed for Christmas. And I'm such a terrible person. I'm making them feel so bad. And I was like, you don't understand. He's wanted this Xbox so bad for Christmas. And they're like, okay, sir, let me see what we can do for you. So I talked to somebody else. They put me on hold for like a half hour. And they're like, all right, sir, we just added, if you add your new card to your account, we have it going right to that account instead of the card that's on file. You should be fine. I was like, all right, can I get this in an email? They sent me an email saying that they verified this should come. They're going to get it. And the day before, same thing happened as my PS5. I got the order notice and it did show up. So I got that on Tuesday. So now that we've talked about all that fun stuff,
very easily. It's hard for us.
Yeah, so it's the whole process of all this has just been a nightmare for me to try to get a hold of. Anyways, so Mike, you got Miles Morales for your PS5. I picked up Godfall, and I guess we both got Bug Snacks if you have the PlayStation Plus stuff. So I got Bug Snacks too. So my first initial, and I see in the chat here we've got CJ saying. Are you guys surprised by how big the thing is? Yeah, I was way shocked by how big it was.
How big is that thing?
It's huge. It's hard to really tell just from, let's see if Mike can pull his out. It's way bigger than I thought it would be. Like, way bigger. Let's see what he pulls this
Hold on, I'm like... Dude, that is why I want to get the digital edition. I don't like this.
The only thing I will say,
even us, just to be sure, I'm like, is there a difference between?
There is no difference other than CD, but I'm gonna tell you, if you ever, like, it's like the size of like Mike's torso. Like the thing's huge.
Oh my! It is.
It's so big,
Mike.
It's so.
Can I see the front, Mike? Is it the regular version?
And there's a little disc.
Oh, it is the disc version. Wow, that thing is a monster.
It's the same size. And keep in mind, I'm 6'2".
How tall are you?
Mike's a tall guy.
You're
6'2".
Oh, I didn't know you're the same height as me.
Here is this next to a light. Make sure that doesn't fall.
Watch, it falls and cracks. You get to see Mike cry on screen. Yeah, look how big it is next to the laptop.
And this is, I think, it might be a third.
What is that thing?
It's so big. So, anyways, sizing aside, yeah, we definitely are. CJ saying in the chat, you guys could work out with that thing. Yeah, it's pretty big and pretty heavy. It dwarfs like, well, so the Xbox I thought was pretty big when I got that. It's like a big chunky rectangle, right? And then the PS5 comes out, it's like almost double the size of it. It's huge. Anyways, Zahi, you were talking about, you would like the digital version.
Such
Well,
statement pieces.
if it is, if I would recommend the CD, like the disc drive version, Zahi, because if you ever want to play some of the old PS4 games, and
Right.
you'll be able to get them cheaper eventually because the price of them will go down, and there are a lot that are worth playing. You could just buy the disc used and put it in there and play it. So that would be a good benefit. Like some of the games are going to be available for digital download and stuff, but you're going to have to pay more money for them. And some of these games you can go buy cheap $5 discs of older PS4 games that are worth playing still that you never got a chance to touch. So I would spend a little bit more and get that disc version because you're still going to get everything with both of them, except the money will be well saved. I think having the disc. And if you change your mind, what's like $50
You
down the
honestly
line if
think
you
so?
only do digital?
What's the biggest, and I know most people stream and stuff, but Ultra HD video, there's no better quality for sound and video than if you
That's
actually
very
have the
true. Very true. So if you want to watch the high quality, like 4K, hardcore, real sound, streaming is always going to be a little lesser. Well, supposedly, who knows what the technology is going to be like, but it's always going to be compressed and decompressed getting to you. I mean, they're not sending it over the giant
Correct.
file as it is. So I don't
Picture
know.
yourself sitting here, and you're
There
Captain.
is no difference.
There's
Mhm.
what?
Picture that you're Captain America, and you're sitting there, and behind you, you can hear them go, "Hey, Captain, on your left," and you see this, and it's in full 4K. You're gonna be happy you got that physical disc.
Yeah, you will. Yes, sir. All right. So,
I have a quick.
oh yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Even
Go
for
for it.
like the actual physical disc. Oh, I get what you mean.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay. We go with this part to move on to the next section of next gen land. I don't know if Zai's tired because he keeps like freezing and going.
he's-
So, okay, there he's
He's
back.
back.
He's back. All right. So you got Miles Morales and I got Godfall, and I'll tell you about my experience that I've had. I was all excited to show off my PS5 to my buddy that came over to my house, and I had not played it. I updated it all, I installed it, was all ready to do it, and all of a sudden, the PS5 crashes as soon as I launch the game. So I'm like, you know what? It's just a workout of bug. Let's restart the thing. So I close the game, open it back up. As soon as I put it in, Sting just completely stops. And I was like, what the heck? It says, would you like to send error to Sony? I'm like, okay, sure. Send it to them, start over again, same thing. I was like, oh, maybe it's Godfall, it's got an issue. We'll try a different game. Open up Bug Snacks, the free game. As soon as I get to the main menu, click OK.
Oh,
Game freezes. Starts over. Send error to Sony. Okay. So
even
I'm
on
like, all right.
Bugsnax?
Yeah, on every game that's for PS5, I wasn't able to play. So then I restarted the console, did like the go to restart, do it. Same thing happened with both games. So I unplugged the console. I unplugged the whole thing, plug it back in. I'm able to play through Godfall's tutorial. So me and my buddy play through it. We get to you go through like a big long tutorial, get you to the main area, and you're about to start doing missions on your own. I go to start the first mission, open it up, stops and freezes again. Kills it. Then I wait a day and I wait 2 days. Now it's this morning I'm trying this. I wake up, I'm all excited to play my PS5. I see an update comes through for Godfall. I'm like, all right, here it is. We're good to go.
Really?
Open it up, shuts down, same thing. So I can't play anything. I did try a PS4 game. That seemed to work okay,
Mhm.
but I'm not able to play Godfall or Bug Snacks
So,
or anything like that.
That reading about some PlayStation 5s having some initial issues, and with some of these issues, they end up breaking the whole system.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Kevin,
What?
I know you were waiting to see if there's a patch that comes out. Call Sony support before you go ahead and destroy your whole system. They might be able to help, and if they can't, they will get you a new system out, and it'll probably be pretty quick to get it
I
out.
hope so. They're gonna
but-
be like, well, the January of 2021, we'll see if we can get you something.
No, they
be
will
so
build
sad.
What?
After
And
all
they
the
might be-
good luck I've had about getting this thing, it's gonna all come down to a broken system.
They might be able to get it out to you before you break the whole thing. Mine.
Yeah.
So my biggest issue, so you also heard about the overheating in the what was like the Walmart or Best Buy
Yep.
case. So
Yeah,
I almost had my own problem. So originally you saw where I had it. Now I
correct.
had it.
Behind the
I
TV.
Okay, you had it down there.
had it here. I emptied the whole thing out. This is a very big opening. Plenty of space for the PlayStation 5. So I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, so horizontally in there, put it in there. Playing it, I feel like I'm like smelling some burning. Like this is
What?
weird. My buddy Julian, he just got a PlayStation, so I texted him. I'm like, "Bro, smell your PlayStation." He's like, I don't know, might be
Smell.
just don't worry. I'm like, okay, all right. So, I'm playing it, whatever. And I'm streaming. I'm probably about an hour in. Been playing the game for about an hour. I feel my place. It is hot. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I could have swore, like, I know that, they're having all these issues. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, trying this. It's not fully closed in. It's ventilated. It's open. I didn't put in an enclosed fully area or anything like that. So it was like, we're good. Just really hot. And I'm like, this is not right. I'm like, you know what? I had my Nintendo Switch back there. I'm like, I have to put the Nintendo Switch in there and let me just try it. I moved it, put it vertically back there. Completely fine now. Completely fine. So
Really?
when they say you need ample space for this PlayStation, you need ample space. Like, honestly, in my opinion, if you have it horizontally and it's in a drawer, just go ahead and burn your wallet.
Jeez.
Because you're
Yeah, I
break the
have my
PlayStation.
entertainment stand
God.
that I have in the basement that I have. It's all open. There's no. It's just like one. There's two legs that come in the front, and then it's all open everywhere. So I think it's fine. I guess I could try doing it vertical and just see what happens.
I mean,
But there's no walls. It's not like there's anything blocking it.
You'll
But who
noticeably
knows?
know. It wasn't like a secret to me. It
It's
was like
mine's
this is
really
not
really loud. When I turn it on, like the disc drive or something, it's super loud.
It was very loud when I had it vertically or horizontally like that. When it's vertically, it wasn't as bad. So now I have it behind the TV. Do I think it
Which
looks
is
very
surprising. The PS4 is so quiet.
in the PS5? You should see the fan. If you watch a takedown video, the fan that they have is huge, and it's just like it doesn't look very nice to me. But I'm like, I'd rather it not look that nice.
Honestly,
What's up?
what you guys are seeing it firsthand. How do you like its physicality? I guess like
I liked it better when
so
I had
big.
it.
But,
I
yeah?
liked it better. Yeah, when it was horizontally and I actually had it inside something. But you know what? I could
That
see
you
it
could
looking.
see kind of.
Yeah, like if like the thing is my TV is a 75. So this entertainment stand literally fits the TV perfectly. If the TV was smaller and the entertainment stand was wider, it would look really nice right next to it. Mine's kind of behind the TV now. I don't think it looks very nice. So I'd rather it horizontally, but it's kind of like having a Nintendo Switch. To have it docked, you kind of need to have it more open. It looks nice, and I'm sure if I had well, you can't see, but I have an open shelf there where like for picture frames and stuff like that. I'm sure if I had it set,
Mhm.
kind of like your black shelf, you can see Kevin in your side with some of your amiibos.
Yep.
Like if you had it set top like that, I'm sure it wouldn't overheat. But if it has, even if if front is open, how many walls is that? If 5 of the 6 walls are closed in, don't bother. Don't
Well,
bother.
I'll try mine after the show. I'll see if I can get it to turn back on and see if it gets hot or something. I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I didn't notice anything because I would take the discs out and I was trying other things and I didn't really feel like it got hot. So
Mine got hot. Mine got hot very quick.
How
did
do you
yours,
like
did
it?
yours ever crash though? Did you ever have it like completely crash?
Never
Okay.
did, but I was
Good.
fixing it before I had that problem.
Would you say, Zahi?
How do you like it? Mike just said how he sees it, but how do you like the actual now that you have this brand new next gen console? How does it feel next gen or look at
It looks really slick. It's
yeah?
whole menu. It's so fast. I'm telling you, the loading times for PlayStation's kind of for me has always been notorious for having loading times.
Awful.
Bro, honestly, I forget that I actually have loading times. Like I'm sitting here
What?
trying to tell you about the loading times are so fast. It only took this many seconds. But I'm like, that's a guess because I'm sitting here going, I actually don't even remember a loading time. I really don't remember loading time. I wish that how could I show you my PlayStation? let me show you really quick. I'll show you on the TV how fast it is.
I'm
it's
so sad that you're like having fun with this because I've had nothing but just pain and misery in every single thing I've done because nothing seems to work with mine. I was able to play.
It, like the box itself, like the console.
I mean, it looks nice, but it's for me. It's so hard to even say that I like it because I literally played one game for about a half hour, and it's a classic like launch title where it's a good game. Godfall, from what I played the tutorial, was a lot of fun, but the meat of the game comes in like the looting. You get to pick up tons of loot. I haven't even been able to do any of that yet. We went to the tutorial and it just gives you like 3 different weapons and it was fun. But right when I go to play the new level, it just crashes every time. And I don't know. And the same thing with Bugsnax. That was kept crashing. What else did I try? I tried Vampire is the game I tried.
Godfall look good?
I mean, it looks great. Yeah, it seems to run fine. That loading screens they don't seem too revolutionary to me, but they're not bad.
Give me a sec.
But man, it just sucks that none of this is working. It drove me crazy.
I have to keep unplugging. I have 2 different HDMI's because one I have hooked up for my Elgato, my capture card, so that way you can actually, so I can stream with it, and then I have one for the actual TV.
Wow, you're so much brighter all of a sudden.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I use a DSLR, and I pumped up the ISO.
Pump it up. So yeah, game
How does the controller?
It's just rough.
How does
it's very
it?
rough trying to get the thing to work.
Yeah. How do you like it?
Dude, the new DualShock on it is amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
it's the new DualSense, guys.
I did get a chance to
Except
play
for
like
Kevin, sort of.
the trigger. I did get to try the trigger stuff because that was the other game I played. I played Astro's Playhouse or whatever it's called. That did work for a little while. That did crash a couple times too. But I was able to try to see the adaptive triggers and a few times in different areas, and that was pretty neat. I am curious to see what the battery life is going to be on this, though, because I noticed that if you go into your settings for the controller, it's set as max for default for like vibration, for the triggers, and for everything else for the haptic feedback type stuff. I'm curious to see, because I lowered mine because I'm like, I'd rather have a little more battery life, because it drives me nuts when my batteries are dead on my controller and you can't have to charge it.
So you can, let me see. Hey, Google. Hey, Google, turn the living room light off.
Got it.
We'll get there.
Oh my god, so cool.
We're at the main
like
menu.
that.
This is for Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Okay.
Jesus.
And we're going to load in a game right now. And you're in.
Wow. That was
That was
fast.
like 20
I literally
seconds.
looked away for a second to look at the chat and you were already in it.
Yep.
What TV are you
Yeah,
using?
It's a Samsung. It's
75.
4K.
Okay. Yeah, it looks nice, even on the angle. It's got good viewing angles because I don't see any like distortion of image from the angle that we're looking at either.
Yeah, if
Whoa.
you can kind of see anything on it, like look at the snow.
A little
just,
bit.
Man, I'm so
it's-
jealous.
Yeah,
of
I can
yours
totally
works.
see the snow.
I'm so sad.
Yeah.
So
I've been this.
So to tie this into more misery, so I got my Xbox that I mentioned, the Xbox Series X, and I actually picked up Assassin's Creed Valhalla because they had it on sale super cheap on Amazon. So I was like, all right, I'll pick this up. I didn't even put it in to try it yet. I was gonna try some of the other games that got the upgrades to be, enhanced for Xbox with the smart delivery and all this stuff. And one game I was really anxious to play was the Warhammer Chaos Bane, which is that like 4-player Diablo-style Warhammer game, right? I was like, that game I really like a lot, but it ran kind of shitty on the original Xbox One, or X.
So
rather.
shitty.
The load times were really bad. So I was like, oh, this would be good. I saw they're gonna add 60 frames a second, and it's gonna, better resolution, and better load times. So I put the game in, install it. It's backwards compatible, works good. I launch the game. As soon as it comes in, I see the title, kicks me back out to the main menu of Xbox. I'm like, what? So I close the game, open it up again. Game launches. I see the title. I see Warhammer, and then it kicks me right back to the main menu of the Xbox. So I'm like, okay, this game's now broken too. I have no idea what's going on with that. Pissed me off. I look online, reading some people. It says the game they have to have a patch that's coming out the next day or so or a week or so. The entire game is unplayable. So I'm like, this is pretty pathetic. So I do some more reading about the game, and I find out that the game actually doesn't have any upgrade for the Xbox Series X. It actually has a paid upgrade. So I have to pay, and it doesn't look like it's a $10 pay. I have to buy an entire new game called Warhammer Chaosbane Slayer Edition. In the Slayer Edition is the special edition that's made for the Xbox Series X and the new consoles. So I have to literally buy the game again just to get the enhanced visuals and load times. But that version does come with all the DLC, which I already purchased. No, I haven't purchased any of it yet. I could purchase the new character that just came out, the Witch Doctor class or Witch Hunter or something. I could purchase that for like $5 or $10, but then I don't get any of this. It's just, I don't know. It's
the
such
sweet
a
extra
mess.
stuff.
Such a mess. So this is a game I really want to play with my buddies. I thought it'd be fun, but now it's like I have to buy the entire game again, and I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm trying to figure this out, but they make it very confusing. And if a guy who's, I want to say, decently knowledgeable of gaming stuff, if I don't understand what's going on, some normal kid or parent trying to do this is not going to have any clue what's going on. So that has been, that's been a mess.
I feel bad for the normies.
That's been a mess, yeah. Kind of hate that. So yeah, Xbox experience has been pretty rough too. I did play the one thing, actually play two things on Xbox really quick because I know we're going a little long here. I did play Warzone on Xbox, which I think worked out really well. I think that played well. It was a quick free game. I played one round of that, and then I put in Borderlands 3. I actually put that in, and that gave you a free upgrade, and that enhanced the visuals for free, and that looked great. I was very, very happy with the way that looked. I played it for maybe 5 minutes, so I'll have to report back on that next week. So yeah,
how was Warzone with the new visuals? Because Warzone's is a very visually intensive game.
I don't know what. It's very hard because it's like like I said before, like the actual Modern Warfare, like I guess it's the campaign and the multiplayer, not Warzone. You have to pay to get the upgrade on Xbox, but not on PS5. But on Xbox, I think Warzone, it sure looked like it was the upgraded version because the visuals looked a lot better than it did when I played on my X previously, my Xbox One X. But I didn't have a frame rate counter or anything to tell me like I got better frames or better resolution or anything because I'm not sure. But it looked good. It could be fooling me and I might be believing it looks better and it's not really. But
the one thing...
Yeah.
Sorry. The one thing I'm really upset about in terms of frame rates and resolution is the PlayStation does not have 2K support. And my monitor, the one that I play when
coming. I saw them talking about it a little bit. I don't know what's official though.
No, they said if demand is there, they will release it.
Which I think it will be.
It will be, but will they do it or not? Who knows?
I don't know. Or it'll just get delayed and delayed like everything else in this whole world today.
Yeah.
What is the delay? What is the lack of support for what?
1440p resolution output.
Yeah. So it's either 4K or 1080. So I have a 2K monitor when I play. So my TV's 4K, but if I want to stream, I'm playing on my 2K monitor. And
you have to play in 1080p.
Right, which still looks amazing.
Yeah.
It looks good, but I want to play 4K.
Not.
Right. I don't know. I know it's 4K 60 frames, but I think 1080 goes up to 120 frames. I don't know if I'm right.
I think so. I don't know what the games have all been confusing because they mix in marketing terms with games versus technical terms, so it's like hard to tell what actually is real and what's a fake.
60 frames a second.
Ugh, it's hertz versus frames versus this, and it's like which one is real? I don't even know.
I don't, and that's the thing. It's where PC you can throw on a frame. You can see where this.
That's what I said. Warzone, I couldn't even tell because you can't do that, which sucks.
So that is one knock on the PlayStation, which is like I'm playing 1080 on a 2K monitor, and like I could just switch it to my 4K, but then I'm just playing it, and that's fun. But I also like to stream, and it's just kind of like that kind of kills it. So that's what you saw me. I was unplugging. I have an HDMI that goes to my screen that I'm on right now, and then for that, so it still looks very good. Like I had my buddies on Thursday when I was streaming watching it, and they were like, "Wow, like this looks really good." It's
even on the 10.
Yeah.
Even on the 1080.
Yeah, so I think that my Elgato capture card pulls up to 4K at 60. So I think that my game was showing like the stream was showing 4K, but my game monitor was not 4K. But I don't know
Are you
actually
for
if
real?
I don't actually now that I think about it, I don't know if it would happen. Wouldn't it
That's
audio
hilarious.
the monitor that it's on and play it that way? I don't know. I
If
don't
it's capturing the game,
so it's capturing the game.
technically,
Yeah, so I think what it's doing is it's taking 4K and downing it to 2K on my own screen, like by itself, but I think it's streaming over 4K. I don't know. I looked at the stream and you could see like the ray tracing and everything like that. It looked great. It was very
but
smooth
you
game.
couldn't.
I could. No, I could. Like you could still it looks still very nice. But it's tough to tell because you got a little box seeing what you're streaming and stuff like that. So I will if my buddy's not watching football tonight, and I just reached out to see if
You're
he
gonna
is.
test it
I'll
out?
stream. I'll
Yeah,
stream it
I want to
after
watch
this.
that and see what it looks like and be interested. I'd love to see what a
Same,
PlayStation 5 looks
man.
like when it works.
Yeah, in fact, after this, I'll stream it no matter what.
Hiyo.
Hey yo.
Stream. Yeah, even if it's a quick stream and he's not, I have a feeling he's probably not going to be watching anyways. So I can hop onto a
Cool.
quick stream for a little while. But yeah, I'll definitely do that.
All right. Well, I think this is a good place to wrap it up. It was a good little recap of next gen and kind of what we went through. And hopefully next week I'll have better results. Maybe Zahi will find a PS5, and Mike will have a new PS5
The
game.
dark side.
Oh,
Maybe.
So speaking of that, GameStops, some of the bigger ones at least for Black Friday, they are going to get 2 of each system.
Okay.
So if you're willing to wait outside, do the overnight camp and stuff like that, legit, the big store
God.
supposed to be getting 2 of each.
For Black Friday.
Yes, for Black Friday.
I think I'll
Also,
do it. I'm
never mind.
tempted, man.
Yeah,
I'd be really
Black
interested
Friday.
to see you with next gen because you don't have like a high end gaming PC and you've been playing on the Xbox S. So I think this is gonna be a huge jump for you to like just visually like it'll change you a little bit.
My PC is like 2016, 27 worthy.
Yeah.
You know, it's handling things for me like Gwent or Guild Wars, not something Cyberpunk should be able to, take a toll on. Like it
Yeah,
would
and if you
never.
wanna-
It would.
Man, if
cry.
you're gonna be playing Cyberpunk, you can't be playing that on an Xbox One S. You
I
need to
can't,
get-
man. I can't. It has to be on something new, man.
gonna
I
have to
can't
get
do it to
something.
myself.
You got to get
I
something.
did-
I'll be on the
I
lookout.
refuse, dude.
We gotta.
So, like,
If we see
it's a
something,
dramatic jump for me.
what would you rather, Xbox or PlayStation or whatever?
I still don't know. You know what? I think I'm gonna go into it with the first thing I'm gonna be able to order is what I'm gonna get. Because I'll
Yeah.
tell you the honest truth. I think as a last cap, I know. Sorry, Kev, we got to wrap, but my Xbox One S is doing a phenomenal job as it is. I already have Games Pass, so I get all that stuff for free, anyways. Nothing really, and I mean really new yet has come onto the Xbox One is more tantalizing than not having it. And I honestly think the PS5 is the better choice because, yeah, the backwards is not so much as present, but I've never really too much personally cared for that. But at least with the PS5, I can get right now, currently next gen exclusives that is not available on Xbox. So I personally think, especially after hearing more conversation from you guys, I may be more willing to invest now to get a PS5. Personally, I can do whatever I can do pretty much right now. Everything my Xbox One S can do, a Series X can do. There is no game that's stopping me. So I think personally, I'm changed over to PS5 on the first week.
You know what, Zahi? If you
Does
got
that make
some time-
sense?
Yeah, if you got some time, tune into my stream. I'll hop on right when we're off with this and just watch some Spider-Man.
Yeah?
convince you.
Just check
It will
out-
convince you.
Yeah, just check out Spider-Man for yourself. It's Sweet.
It's sweet.
Temptation, man, and Godfall. God.
I'd love to show you, but
And Demon Souls. And Demon Souls. Oh
yeah,
my God. There's so
I keep
many
trying
cool
to-
things.
I keep trying to avoid that game because it's like a game I know I will hate, but I want to play it because it looks really cool and it's something new and
It
fresh
looks
to
so
put on the new
good.
hardware. But I just know I won't be able to play it.
Something new and fresh.
I
man.
like the new and fresh. That's what I've been trying to
Yeah.
find for months now, but I don't know. Maybe next
I
week.
just-
Maybe next week I'm gonna
I
come in and
think
go. I
that PS5 is
caved. I
it.
got it. Next week will be right before a Shadowlands, though, so we're gonna have plenty to talk about. So,
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
all right,
We got a lot.
guys, I think that's a wrap for us. Thanks for tuning in. We actually had a pretty busy chat. Thanks to Jaren coming in with his Cyberpunk fun
Thanks, everybody.
in the chat. CJ, thanks for coming in talking about camera stuff with Mike and PS5, and I think that was everybody. Maybe there was only two.
I'm gonna put my
Appreciate it,
Twitter.
everyone, for coming and
If you guys
joining us.
wanna Watch me play a little
Yeah, post that in the
Spider-Man.
chat so people can jump in. All right, guys. Thank you
Yeah.
much. You guys have a good evening. Stay safe out there.
Bye, everyone. See you next
guys.
week.
We need like a cool like link cable tagline, like wrap the cable around your body or something.
Stay connected.
Stay
Like,
connected. No, that
dance
one's
all
bad.
sexy.
Like link up, or I don't know. We'll work on that. That's TBD.
Link up.
Yeah, well, maybe we
I
all say it
hope
at the
you know-
same time, like a Captain Planet thing, like link up, and we all do that at the same time.
I'll die.
Cable like a lasso.
With your link lassoing him.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll die from it. I'll die from embarrassment.
Oh,
if
God.
that ever
All right.
happens.
Goodbye,
I just
guys.
want you to know. See ya, Kev. Wait.